What did you feel like was the reason you guys weren't able to do more on offense?
It's obvious, just turnovers, and we gotta get first downs and move the ball.
I think the Bengals are too high. They historically start very slow. So I don't see any reason why all of a sudden, hey, I know they start slow for the last 3 years, but this is the year they're going to come out of the gate super fast.
All right, here we go. Cincinnati Bengals, Who Day Nation. Welcome on in. And also, congratulations on a 4-year consecutive slow start to the season. This is unbelievable. This is what we are. This is in our DNA. This is in our franchise. This is in our organization script. Start slow. Don't make things look as good as they should be in week 1. Lose the game to the team you had a 7.5 favor to the New England Patriots, who are getting that they are so bad offensively that they're already looking at top quarterbacks in next year's draft, even though they just drafted a top quarterback in this year's past draft. Ooh, Anarumo. We're just going to go ahead and get started on this video. This is Miles Thomas speaking to you, a frustrated, passionate Cincinnati Bengals fan. I'm just going to go off and rip a few things that I've seen when this game just ended a few seconds ago. Lou Anarumo, what is the situation? Why is it that a team in the New England Patriots is able to run willy-nilly against your defense? Jermaine Pratt, Logan Wilson, Keem Davis-Gaither. When the ball carrier breaks the trenches between the offensive line and defensive line to welcome him, you're supposed to be there to welcome him. Dax Hill, who I would have genuinely believed to be and can still be. Guys, I'm very frustrated, but this is all still week 1. But the frustrations are high. Dax Hill, I saw you, good sir, miss about 3 one-on-one tackles where you're the outside contain. You're going in like a bat out of hell with all that speed and athleticism you got. You probably need to slow down and make a secure tackle, honestly. And look, Zach Taylor, coaching staff, what you guys do week to week with your practicing regimen, how you're very easy on the guys with their bodies, and you want to make sure everyone's healthy. You want to make sure that, hey, it's a long season. We don't need to do too many full shell things. Hey, no more half shell. Let's be in full pads. Let's start tackling during practice. Clearly, that has not been solved. Clearly, that is still a point of issue, that we cannot wrap up, that we cannot tackle ball carriers. This is ridiculous, man. And then on the back end, I felt like to say something nice about our secondary. The safeties were great. Geno Stone almost had that one interception in the back of the end zone. If he just held on it to a little bit longer against Hunter Henry, we're going the other way. Good energy. Von Bell, I saw you making some impactful plays even in the running game. Our safeties are good. I just think it was just the tackling, really, defensively. The tackling was abysmal, absolutely embarrassing to call yourself a defense in the NFL. And the tackling was off. And then I love Trey Hendrickson. I think he is a prominent pass rusher. I think he's one of the top pass rushers in the league. I think he had a good game. I need heat from Sam Hubbard, though. I felt like Sammy was not being a consistent threat on that left side of the defense. He was not being a consistent nuisance. That right tackle was having an old time with him. That can't happen. This is so infuriating that we're over here trying to be angry as a fan base that we're not being respected to beat the Ravens in the AFC North, and how all the media is like, the Bengals are still this, the Bengals are going to be that if their quarterback is healthy. Hello, offensive line. Are we going to block? What year are we going to get it right? What year can we have consecutive, consistent, clean sheet type of games? And I don't know what it was. I got to look at the film again, guys. I'll be probably doing a breakdown throughout the week. But I do not understand how we were just getting bulldozed right up the middle. I saw a lot of 65. Alex Cappa was having a tough time dealing with the young star and Keon White. There's a lot of that. Trent Brown was getting bullied a little bit too by Josh Uche. Like, what's happening? And I know Trent Brown, he was a part of that agenda, part of that crew of people. I'm not going to do any preseason games. You know, I've been in the league for a long time. It didn't look like it. There were times the offensive line was standing everyone up, where Joe had a clean pocket, where things were delivered beautifully. I understand it's not going to be 100 snaps out of 100 where the O-line is perfect, but I still just saw glimpses of last year, which I just don't want to see. And what about the push in the run game? No push, no hold development. We have different backs now, and I know this is a tough time to sell it, but if anybody was under the premise that Joe Mixon was the problem of us not having a legitimate run game, it wasn't his problem, but he just went over a buck. Yeah, go look at Joe Mixon's highlights on his Texans debut. It wasn't him. He wasn't the problem. So I'll say it like this. This is probably where I'm at with the offensive line. And then we'll probably get into Zach Taylor and we'll get into the ownership, because there's a lot I got to say about that as well. But when Amarius Mims comes back, and this is kind of where I was briefly, when he comes back, whether it's Kappa, whether it's Cordell Volson, whether it's Trent Brown, weak man's got to go. I believe that Amarius Mims has declared himself as a top, depth chart starter for our team, and he can do multiple positions. He can play inside, he can play outside. If we're having too many problems with our interior guards and Cordell Volson and Alex Kappa, Amarius Mims needs to take their spot, 100%. And if Trent Brown can't get things settled and get things right, once again, remember, first game of the season. I get it. It's going to look gross. It's going to look bad. When we went to the championship, we started the season 0-2. I'm personally not trying to use that. I'm personally just not trying to use that as a blanket, as a cope. I don't want that. I want to be 2-0 and go to a championship game, a Super Bowl game. But we got the Chiefs next week. You guys already know where my brain's at, You know where my brain's at. Zach Taylor, Dan Pitcher. We'll end it off with you guys. I don't know, man. Something's got to change. I know they're tired. I know they're frustrated. I know they're infuriated with slow starts. That's what they say every single press conference. We got to start faster. The defense has got to make more plays. And I get it. Mike Gesicki had a touchdown. And then Tanner Hudson. The one time Tanner Hudson wants to not get taken down by arm tackles and whippy tacklers, he tries to make a Superman effort and fumbles. Like, this is just a bad game, I believe, through, all in all. And I want to say, Mike Brown, you probably had a good amount to do with this frustration. And I'm always team player over team organization. Jamar Chase, you're 3 years into your 5-year deal as a rookie. You want your monies because you are a top wide receiver. I get it. Mike Brown, just pay him. That's just where I'm at. Who knows where he was at emotionally? Who knows where the team was at emotionally? T. Higgins, your hamstring issue and you not playing week 1, that's why you couldn't get a long-term deal also. That's it. It was never your talent, Mr. Higgins. It was never your talent. You're worthy of any and all monies that we would have offered you, should have offered you. You're worth it. But you're hurt again before the season even started. That is why we could not commit to you. That is why you had to get franchise tagged. So that my brain right now, it's all over the place. I'm very frustrated. Like I said, another slow start against an opponent that we should have been tuning up. This should have been a tune-up game to get us ready for the Chiefs. But nope. We just got embarrassed on national television. The Ravens are happy. The media that was counting us all out, they're very happy. And the people that were banking on us to make a legitimate start because we had Joe Burrow at the helm and everything's going to be honky-dory, they're going to turn on us. So I got to fault things back up. Lou, figure out your job. I know Zach Taylor's not going to have the heart to fire you, but hopefully something just changes because I know we're stuck with you right now. I know we are. Just change things. Stop going with what you've been doing. It hasn't been working. Change things. We got to tackle throughout the week also. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. There is some good things, but the bad things really just illuminated all of it. Let me know what you guys saw. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe.